Brothers and sisters, again, hope you're saying stay safe with the coronavirus and the pandemic going around. Just be careful. Don't leave your home unless you really have to. And always wear a mask, wash your hands, and continue to pray. Brothers and sisters, we had the case where a murder accused, based on some degree of evidence, and missing evidence came up, and there wasn't witnesses who could not be found. And I'm not holding a brief for Marcus Bisram, but it shows the DPP in Guyana, Director of Public Prosecutions, and that entire office that is constitutionally mandated to be in charge of all criminal powers in Guyana, and one that is mandated to keep public order, public peace, and serve the community and the people of Guyana, has failed in its duty to bring justice to the people. Here's my take on it. I understand that the DPP re-indicted and rearrested Marcus Bisram, and that's within our powers. Like I said, I hold no brief for him. But what about those 3 people at GCOM and all these other people like Mingo and some other names like Lowenfield, who have been thwarting democracy for over a month? This is obstruction of justice. This is the real obstruction of justice, obstruction of democracy, pilfering with the democratic process, stealing an election, treason, and these are all concepts of criminal law and criminal sanctions that the Director of Public Prosecutions must act upon. We can't have a cowboy country, a kangaroo country, where there's no law and order, no one is held accountable because they're quick to say, oh, GCOM is a force unto itself. That's a dictatorship. That's tyranny. That does not obtain in Guyana. Guyana is a democratic country. We want to show we are a free, independent country. We have the powers, we have the right. We want to self-govern and be independent and be the cooperative republic of the world. Then we have to show the world and the investors who want to invest in our oil and the brilliant future that we have to come to light, that Guyana is a stable country, legally and otherwise, and politically. And we're nowhere close to that. As a matter of fact, people are pulling out of Guyana, and it's a poor person, it's the masses that will suffer. Not the politicians, not the connected people, but the working class families of which I'm a part of and which I was able to break the cycle of poverty by sheer hard work, dedication, and sacrifice, and living the dreams of my father. The audacity of hope, as one of my books behind me will tell you, by Barack Obama. Brothers and sisters, that dream must never be stymied or stifled, and it's been stifled in Guyana. You have ruthless dictatorship. You have these people coming up with excuse after excuse, crime after crime, action after action, court frivolous filing after frivolous filing, weak judges, judges who are just leaning politically. It's a shame. It's a disgrace. Enough. Enough is enough, Guyana. You need to show that Guyana can have a stable economy, a stable democracy, and law and order. It starts with the Director of Public Prosecutions. It starts with GCOM. It starts with the judges. It continues with the lawyers. Stop filing actions that have to go all the way to the CCJ and all these other courts have you did just to find out that the greater majority or the majority of 65 is 33. It took us over a year to find that out. And the chief judge there, Justice Saunders, was very upset that the court was abused in such a ridiculous manner for political gain. It's the people of Guyana who are suffering, the taxpayers, the people who are subject to the coronavirus, the people who can't get aid, the people who are going to suffer because they don't have the resources and because the government will not be recognized when the serious sanctions are instituted by the American, UK, Canada, CARICOM, United Nations, Organization of American States. All of these power players in the global world economy are going to not recognize and are going to make sure that Guyana does not participate or get the international respect it needs. Ambassadors will be thrown out. We already had a warning to my good friend and colleague from Queen's College, Mr. Insinali. He was summoned and told in no uncertain terms that he may very well be recalled or thrown out of the country because of the illegal nature of the regime he is part of. So the game is up. We've already wasted a lot of time in democracy and we've already inflicted a lot of wounds on ourselves. We need to do better than this. I call upon everyone in Guyana to come together and to make sure the votes are counted, declare the winner. Whosoever wins must be declared, whether it be Granger, whether it be Air Finale, they must be declared the president and installed as president and continue the work of the country. If someone loses, a party loses, you have 4 years and not elections. Show how they have failed the people and you will win. That's the American way. That's the democratic way. There's nothing stopping you from that. We've been down that road. I have. And I've walked it, and Chetty Jagan was out of power for 28 years. Came back and won his rightful place in Guyana's history as a father of the nation. Was cheated, and he always said, cheated but not defeated. Come on, Gandhis brothers and sisters. You need to respect each other. You need to have each other's back. You see what the virus is doing. We are at the crossroads, both health-wise, politically, socially, and economically. Don't let Guyana go down the drain like this. We fight a hard fight in the diaspora. Our lives are never easy. And you need to learn that what you have is God-given. You will not have to leave your country to be marginalized or exploited by other people or be considered or treated as second-class citizens. That is a fight we've been making here for decades. I beseech you, love your country. Guyana is a great country. Those of us who have dual citizenship, both American and Guyanese, proudly acknowledge our heritage in Guyana. But I ask you, please make sure that justice is done. And if not, the DPP has got to start indicting people to be accountable for the breaches under the law and for the rape of democracy in Guyana. Thank you.